What I will say is here's I'm on my bullshit here, Dave. I'm giving you good viral clips. It'll go completely insane because I'm saying insane shit. I think in the modern world, folks, women of perimenopausal age and postmenopausal age, and men generally of any age, but especially over 35 and over 40, should be pretty interested in hormonal replacement therapy.
Talk to me about supplements and things like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's on a gajillion supplements.
Yes.
I'm not on that much. I was on a little bit more. I've cut almost everything at this point. Just for the new year, I was like, let me just take a break on things.
Oh, dope.
What's your general take on supplements? And again, not for someone that's trying to be as jacked as you, but just kind of like average person trying to maintain.
Yeah. I would say like most supplements either don't do anything or you just don't need them. Multivitamin, multiminerals, nice. It's like a little insurance policy. You take like one every morning. Creatine is pretty good. More and more health benefits all the time of creatine
I'm
as
doing
well.
the 10 milligrams on that.
Grams.
10 grams.
Yeah,
not milligrams.
10 milligrams.
10 grams on that, which
It's not working.
I just upped the 5 on that because there's supposedly a lot of cognitive benefits.
Yeah.
So
most of that research is in people who are intentionally like underslept or something like that. We don't have a good body of data to say that there are like real big cognitive benefits for people that aren't very fatigued, but wouldn't rule that out. And creatine's like the opposite of poisonous. So like 10, 15 grams. And oh my God, absolutely not. Back in the 90s, like the school nurse would be like, you're not on creatine, are you? It's going to kill your kidneys somehow by no mechanism known to man. So creatine is really dope. If you want to take protein powders and stuff, that's cool. You can just eat all that protein anyway. People in northern climates don't get a lot of sun, like everyone in Michigan, where I'm from, may benefit from vitamin D supplementation. And there are a couple odds and ends there that are very situational. But honestly, if you eat a mostly healthy diet and a multivitamin, multimineral, supplements become this thing that's like, man, like in some contexts it works, but it's not like a universal where like everyone has to be an expert. Like fish oil is really nice, but its effects are like super small in the grand scheme. What I will say is here's I'm on my bullshit here, Dave. I'm giving you good viral clips. It'll go completely insane because I'm saying insane shit. I think in the modern world, folks, women of perimenopausal age and postmenopausal age, and men generally of any age, but especially over 35 and over 40, should be pretty interested in hormonal replacement therapy.
So that's where I wanted to go next.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah. So for females, a combination therapy of testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone is going to have usually phenomenal outcomes on everything. There, again, the naturalistic fallacy comes in. And as a woman, let's say you're postmenopausal, and someone's like, oh, have you talked about hormone replacement therapy? Like, no, like the changes going on in my body are natural, and I'm just going to let nature take its course, right? Sweet. Go visit an old people's home. That's what nature looks like. It's fucking brutal. There's no justice to it at all. Your genes care about their own replication into the generations. You are but a vessel for your genes. That's how your genes see you. And as soon as you've had some kids, or as far as your genes are concerned, exited the reproductive age, they're like, sweet, that coil we're throwing off. You are the mortal coil. They're the immortal coils. And then your body just starts to degrade from mostly like planned obsolescence from the genetic perspective. And also just like there's no evolutionary pressure for the genes to keep you upright. And so if you want to feel amazing, like you ever like, if you're an older woman listening to this, you ever watch like a 22, 23-year-old woman just vibe? She's just around, just energy, all that shit. And you're like, that shit, that youth shit. Well, there's nothing more than like physiology. And a lot of that is like that girl has progesterone, estrogen, testosterone in the right concentrations. Your uterus has stopped functioning. It no longer makes any of those hormones to nearly the extent that it should. Replacing will make you feel unbelievable. And for men, at least replacing testosterone to get it to a level where your blood work, your physique, your performance, your psychology all align for their best is like a really big deal. I had a friend who, same friend as from the other story with the uncle, actually. He went to his doctor and he was like, I've got injuries and all this stuff. I lift. And his doctor is like old school. He was like, well, that's just called getting over 40. And my friend's like, and second opinion.
Yeah.
And the other person was like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. He got on testosterone replacement therapy and like his numbers were not hypogonadal. They were just at the low end of the range, low moderate. He got to high moderate, revolutionized. I've had like 5 friends who've gotten on TRT. I've only one of these people was one I was like, hey, you should really consider it. Mostly they just went about it themselves. Every single friend was like, this is a revolution. And they're like, I feel like I'm 25. And Dave, that's not an accident. Like, why do you think 25-year-olds feel like they're 25? It's fucking enough testosterone. And if your shit falls over time, you can raise it and just do better.
So you see no issue. I mean, everyone talks about all the side effects and your balls are going to disappear.
What do you need your balls for? You're like, oh, I loved having huge balls. No more.
People like having balls. I mean, pretty standard stuff. So you concede the balls, basically.
Yeah.
You'd concede the balls for the feeling good and looking good.
A sizable fraction of people have no meaningful testicular atrophy. I sit here before you with full-size balls, sir. They're giggling.
It's the 5th show where I guess said that.
They have seen my balls before. But when I walked in, you weren't there yet. I was like, I just want to show you guys my balls. They were like, well, those are...
Put them on the table.
They're totally fine. They didn't say they were great. No.
So you're not on...
Oh, I'm on more than TRT.
No. So I want to get to what you're on, and I want to get to the steroid part of it.
Yeah.
But so you are on TRT.
Oh, yeah.
And do you see any downside to TRT?
Isn't
there a bunch of stuff related to
numerous downsides to TRT?
And that you have to basically be on it forever, although now that sounds like maybe that's not exactly
No, you
true.
can take some drugs that keep your balls going, and then when you come off of TRT, your balls are like totally fine. If you insist on having balls, then you can never lose your balls with TRT, for sure. That's a solved problem. TRT is, here's how I would look at TRT. It introduces a certain level of testosterone into your body. If your testosterone is too low, you'll have problems. If you have certain kinds of genetics and your testosterone is an average range, then that's too high or too low for your genetics and you're going to have problems. If you're at the very top end, way above the normal range, you're probably going to have problems. But for pretty much every single human male on Earth, there is a level of testosterone that will optimize your health as far as testosterone can. Whether that comes from your balls or that comes from the needle is almost completely irrelevant on the effects for your body. Proper TRT isn't just being like, oh, the doctor gave me TRT and it drove me nuts or it caused XYZ. It is titrating the dose, communicating to your doctor over time to get to the level where your blood work is the best it's been, you feel the best, and you're dealing with all the ancillary effects. Because like testosterone by itself for some males will cause balding, right? I wouldn't know anything about this. I have a full head of hair. But speaking of which, goddamn, Dave, God.
Working hard over here.
I
take Nutrafol. That is one of the supplements that I still take.
So
and I do PRP for my hair.
My man. Yeah. So there's like, if you really want a full head of hair and you're prone to baldness, even the small amount of testosterone you have naturally will continue that process. If you raise your testosterone to where everything else in your life is amazing, but you're losing your head of hair, there's stuff to do about that. Or just say fucking YOLO and look like Jeff Bezos. No big deal. So testosterone supplementation is no different than naturally produced testosterone. It's just finding the right level for you. That's a big deal.
For more insightful conversations on how to live the good life, go check out our lifestyle playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a wide variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.